I loved the rich drama and experimental nature to tap into an epic narrative struggle. Amazing use of environment as endless and unavoidable. It felt like a parable or something set in mythology. I thought the running section at the climax was so well done. It felt visceral, and it was great filmmaking because I did empathize and feel those feelings that he was feeling, that sense of trap and that urgency, the heat. Um, I just thought was excellently done and great attention to the sensory elements.
You see elements in this piece that give you a sense of time running out, with the sand dial, and then you have this black cloth that's sort of taunting him throughout, and eventually it does catch up to him and envelops him. He escapes, and then it chases him, and he's fighting away from it. And it makes me think: is this time? Is this old age? Is this death catching up to him or coming? And at some point, he gives in and accepts it, and it envelops him and leaves him in what appears to be lifeless. So, the idea of running out of time, running out of or life ending, um, the avoidance of it for as long as possible until there's no longer any avoidance. And there is a moment where the black cloth sort of stops and then waits for him to accept that this is what it is. Um, and then there's sort of a moment of acceptance and just understanding and peace with it.
I think it had a sense of urgency throughout it, and I think it was paced out really well. I think the music was really fun, and um, you really translate the tonal quality of the music with the piece and the setting and the environment and the movement that they're all going through. It all was incredibly cohesive and really well done. I think you establish a really strong tone at the start, and I think you establish a really strong first person character throughout the piece that we follow, and we feel this journey throughout with the music as well. And I think overall it was really interesting to watch, really cohesive.
We have this amazing performance and this great music, but above all, we also have the great color palette, the usage of color and the cinematography here in the desert. I think it was very powerful, and it really gets you, from start to finish. And at the same time, I think the other thing I really like, the explosion of energy and adrenaline rush that you have in the second part of the film. The film starts quite slowly, then it keeps developing and developing and developing until in the end it was this explosion of adrenaline, which it was absolutely thrilling to me, and it really made me enjoy the film even more.
Really great production value here. Great sound. Like the costume. I think it was about time going by really fast with the sand going through really fast, and about death and trying to elude aging and death, and then giving in to the black sheet of death. That's what I thought the black sheet kind of represented. But then I looked up the title and saw the definition related to karma and running away. I think it was about running away from you know, the karma that's coming after you for the deeds you did wrong. It was really interesting, and I liked the visuals. I liked the visual with the sheet and the running away and then giving into it. It was a really cool message there, and just kept me intrigued the whole time. I really liked the music.
Hourglass, the mirror, and the aging image of the character. That was an amazing special effect, by the way. The desertic scenery and his clothes put more drama in this situation. Then you have this black fabric, and this poses a very scary element to the whole piece, that this individual has to fight and tries to escape, but finally has to submit to it. It is very deep. I loved it.
I really, really loved how they took the time to give you those different sections, and how it really kind of took you through the paces of, this, like, how I viewed it was like different stages of this guy's life, of, you know, before kind of being aware that like you're moving through, your time, but you're having this beautiful, wonderful, experience and life experience, and then you maybe get confronted by your mortality or by the time you have left, and you're frantic and you're trying to do whatever you can to avoid it or to make the best out of, the time that you have left. And then the kind of surrender of the acceptance of, you truly can't outrun fate, you can't outrun your future.